Now, if Gunsmith Simulator was my number one and House Builder is my number two simulation game from Playway, Farmer's Life is number three. Now, no word of a lie, I have spent over 100 hours in this game. Between this and Farmer's Father, it's one of my most played games on Steam. This is a fantastic game. There's so much to explore, and it is a game that is incredibly addictive. It's probably the best farming game on Steam. And I'm saying that as someone that's played a lot of farming games. Playway's put out a lot of farming games, but honestly, I just don't think they've done any better than this. This is a fantastic game. It's incredible value, and it's just a game you can spend hours and hours and hours playing. There's so much to do. Now, with that being said, the DLCs for Farmer's Life are the biggest DLCs that you'll find in a game. We're talking ones that add huge sections of the map, new weapons, new enemies, new crafting recipes, new items, new unlockable perks, new characters. Every time a DLC for Farmer's Life comes out, I'm immediately looking at it. So the new DLC, which kind of it snuck past me, which was the newest one we're playing, which is Booze, Bites and Bets. Now this DLC is a one that allows you to run a tavern. Now I have I've only had the game for a few days, but I have run into an issue. Now I'm going to show you what it is, because I thought about waiting to stream this, but I have tested this extensively, and I'm hoping by streaming this, maybe Playway could get back to me, because I'm kind of stuck on this, and I don't think it's a bug, but I think it's something we need to address, because you're going to see why. Oh, I probably should have checked my save. Let me check. Give me one sec. Okay. We finally got the right save. Now, I've spent 3 years in-game, and I haven't played this for a little while, but I got back into it because of the DLC. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to give you a tour of the farm. We've got my old barn here. I've got a chicken coop, and I've got a ton of chickens. So these bad boys are pumping out eggs non-stop. I purchased 2 chickens, and all of these are now grown after 3 years. Next, I've got my pig. If I can find him. Where you at, piggy? Now we'll find him eventually. Now, here is something that I built in the last DLC. So the last DLC I played for Farmer's Life added a ton of stuff. new animals, sheep, new buildings. So now we can build our own shed. We built this. And I have upgraded the barn here. So yes, we are making illegal alcohol via a still. And this is actually the most profitable operation I've got. We've got a massive amount of alcohol getting pumped out here. I'm going to... we're going to get a new batch going. Now we've got one thing that we need to worry about, which is winter. So, with winter on its way, my last crop has 6 hours left to go. Now, we don't have to worry about that now. Today I want to show you the DLC. So, let's get into town. We can head on down here. And I think I've got a quick travel point. Yep. Actually, before we go, I want to grab a few things. Please stay. Oh, bike. I hardly knew you. Okay. Let's go and grab a few things. I want to get some tools. We've got them in the tool shed here. Now, I built all this. This is, like I said, 3 years. I've turned this place into an absolute unit. Look at all this alcohol. We are making tons of money. I got $15,000. So I'm stacked. I got money. I got all the money. And I'm going to get the tools out of the house. Where's my tools at? Here we go. So I'm going to get an axe. Saw. Hammer. And let's take a shovel just in case. Okay, and I'm probably going to need some booze. We can go get some out of the still. Now, we've got 1 day till winter. Winter's going to hit next. Oh, damn, I stepped in poop. No, okay. We don't have any empty bottles. Okay. We'll go get some out of the house. I want to show you the problem, which you're going to see in a moment. Oh, we're out of bottles. Okay, now we definitely have to go into town. Let's go. Now, I'm hoping that if Playway see this, they might be able to help me, because I think I've found something that, at the very worst, is a serious bug, and at the very least is a item about the DLC which isn't very well explained. So the whole concept of the Booze, Bites and Bets DLC is that there is a tavern on the edge of the town of Zaleski that you can take over. And you're supposed to go up here, and I'm assuming you have to talk to the mayor, but whatever it is that you're supposed to do to trigger this, I can't figure it out. So let's head up here and I'll show you what I mean. I'm happy to stream the game tonight. I'm happy to go back again once, whether I get an answer on how to actually trigger this tavern to work. And it could be something as simple as maybe I haven't done a quest, but I'm 3 years into the game. I've done all of the early game quests, and it's not a question of whether I've got enough money. I've got 15 grand. So, okay, this has some nice stuff. That's all well and good. Here's the tavern. So if we open up the fast travel menu, this is the tavern here. I cannot figure out how to open this house, so I can't shop these boards. I can't pry these boards. Tried that too. I can't blow this up because I tried that as well. I can't get in there with a hammer. So I'm like, I'm trying everything, son. I can't get in here. I even tried blowing a hole in it with a grenade. I can't do it. No idea. So apparently I have to take over this tavern, but if I go into my journal, now you can see I've got some outstanding quests. So my running theory at the moment is that there is a quest that you need to complete that triggers the DLC, but whatever it is, I can't figure it out. Like, unless I sat here for another 2 or 3 weeks and did every single one of these quests, I would do that, but then I would miss the window to review the game. So that's why I wanted to do this, because I thought if I can get onto Playway now and they can answer the question, then I could come back and do another stream once we figure out how to trigger the DLC. Because I could sit here for another 2 weeks, do every single quest, and then find out something else. So at the moment, I'm just going to go down here. And I've actually checked the Steam game. I've checked the discussions and the guides. And I've even gone onto YouTube. And unfortunately, nobody's playing this just yet. And it's only been out for about a week. So I'm very certain it's probably something I'm missing, but if I can miss this, I'm thinking other people might as well. So here's the mayor. I tried, and I have talked systematically to every single person in this town. I've gone into permissions. You can't get this with permissions. I can only buy land here. Again, if the tavern unlocks after you buy all the land, it's going to be quite a while before I get everything here. Now, I'm assuming again, it's another theory that I have to buy all this land here before this DLC unlocks. But I mean, it's a bit silly. I'm hoping that's not the case, because I would hope that it is the same as the other DLC. So the other DLC up until now, I've got two other DLC. I've got Pimp My Cottage, which is the one that I showed you. And actually, that might just be the one. Let me check. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I've got Pimp My Cottage, which was the previous DLC, which works fine. Like, I was able to access that all from day one. At the moment, I can't figure out what actually triggers this, so we're kind of stuck. I'd love to show you this, but for the life of me, I can't figure it out. See what I mean? I can talk to him. I can't buy anything except land. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck. Now, that being said, we're going to shift focus just to play the features we do have access to. Okay. Now I know winter's coming, so this is going to be a winter stream. We're going to go hunting. We're going to go if my bike will. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, let's try and stop that because I think that bike may disappear if it keeps. Okay, game. You got me there. I hope I didn't lose my bike. No, it's just embedded in that woman's skull. Whoop. Okay, I think my new mission is to stop that bike from... Okay. Welcome to Farmer's Life. To be fair, there is a level of jank to be expected in the game. And you do want to be regularly saving. We got winter coming, so I can't go too far, but what I do need to do is buy some bottles. So we're going to need a bunch of empty bottles, of which I hope you... Yep, we do. Got those. I want those. Can I... Oh, okay. No space. Okay. Hold that thought. We did get a bunch of stuff, and unfortunately it's too heavy for me, so I'm gonna go and stow it. Oh, there's Fluffy. There's my pig. Oh, that's Silky Slim. That's my... Oh, she's pregnant. Fluffy. You've been hitting it. Okay. So we do need... I'm gonna drop some tea in there. Okay. So what we'll do is we will use some of these potatoes to make some mash. Oh, I'm gonna have to start the stove. One of those. And this is to make moonshine, of course. There we go. That's going to make a bunch of moonshine. And get rid of my taters, because we've got a ton of taters. Let's go and get this stuff into storage. Now, once winter hits, the end of today, we get into winter. And that means I'm going to have a very long and very brutal... Oh, look, I've got bloody empty bottles here. Yeah, son. Let's get some alcohol. That's what I like. Let's go. Okay, let's get this thing fueled up, son. Oops. Look at that. That is 11 bottles of raspberry. Oh, we're stacked with resources here. We can go sell this alcohol. But right now, I'm going to drop some of these tools back, because I don't need all this right now. I don't need beer. Oh, wow, we can sell. There's a ton. I didn't realise I'm I'm actually really stacked. I've got so much stuff. We can sell this and make a ton of money. And then I can probably buy some more farming land, which is kind of what I want to focus on right now. I want to get as much farmland as I can. So I can go to the mayor and I can let's go sell this alcohol over to, I think Anna will buy it. Anna sells materials for buying for making alcohol. So if we go here and I sell this, oh, okay, she won't. All right, that's fine. Um, Probably Thaddeus. I can't remember. One of them buys alcohol at a premium price, and this is the good stuff. I made this myself, so this is Miko. This is the good stuff. Yeah, okay, this is the right one. So my boy Thaddeus over there, he's got some absolute peak farming tools. Let's yeah, she'll buy for me. Ooh, 5,600, yeah, baby. Let's go. Yeah, boy. Now, I actually like this chick, so let's talk. I can marry I can marry her. She'll replenish the distillery, pay the electricity, or yeah. I actually like her because she's pretty chill. I'm gonna need a wedding ring though, and I could get married, but there's also a ton of stuff I could get here. There's also that tractor that looks really nice, so I mean, let's trade. I already bought the bike. I bought a cart. I've got one of these too. I've got most of his stuff actually. I don't have an engine. Oh, chainsaw. That would really help. Oh, I mean, I can't decide. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to my money for now. I got 20 grand, but yeah, we'll come back. We've actually got a very long winter. We need to worry about. So I'm going to head back to town, and I am going to purchase some farmland. And I'm thinking maybe here. Um, I'm thinking here. Actually, I bought that already. I'm gonna buy this or this here. Okay, let's head on out. Oh, hello, Mr. Deer. I mean, oh no, wait, that's it. He doesn't have antlers. We can't kill those deer. This is gonna be a problem. I'm not. I didn't see this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did Okay. That could have been bad. I was thinking that would be game ending territory. Oh, hello. That's a piggy wiggy. We'll take him. I might be able to stick him in the back of the bike. Oh, stay still. It takes a long time for the crosshairs to converge, and rifle ammo's, as you could imagine, is not cheap. I want to try and get a bit of meat for winter. Winter's going to be long and brutal. Where's Mr. Piggy Wiggy? Bro. If I kill that baby deer, that's not going to be good. We want to try and kill the deers with the antlers. I need a headshot. Guess not. Well, that was a hit. That'll do. Let's go grab him. And chuck him in the back. We got a lot of prep for winter. Okay. Now I don't think fast travel is going to work, so we will go back the old-fashioned way. It's not super far from here, so. Oh, this might not work very well. This is definitely not going to work very well. This is something that's been at, like, this did not happen anywhere near the frequency it's happening now. I bet I lost my pig too. Oh no, okay. Am I even going to be able to ride this thing? This is kind of getting crazy now. I'm going to end up with every bone in my body being shattered from this death bike. Now this is a new bug, because while the bike was never perfect, it was definitely not this faulty. I feel like they may have introduced some bugs into the game with the new update. Yeah, we're going to need to buy some more land. Oh man. We're going to have a lot of hospital bills by the end of this stream. My boy Casimir is probably going to have every single bone in his body snapped like a twig. Okay, we got to get this into storage. Winter's always a very brutal time. Food is very rare. Most of the food we're going to be getting is from the chickens, and also whatever meat I can prep before winter. So hunting in the winter is something you can do, but I find it is better before winter hits, just to make sure you've got. No, don't. Oh, you idiot. That's better. Okay, so 7 bits of meat. That's pretty good. We can turn that into ham, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so we need to make some... I'm thinking we'll go with something simple. Cooked ham. Yeah, we're going to need a bunch of water. So let's go get that. I'm going to try and get as much as I can before winter starts. Once that goes, we're going to lose all of our grass. So what happens is when winter hits, all these hay bales get destroyed. All this grass gets destroyed. Animal feed is pretty much entirely reliant upon whatever you have in storage. So we've got potatoes in the feed trough. We got a bunch of potatoes in here. I don't know if this stuff's going to keep in the winter, so I may need to move it, but for the moment I don't have the storage. So I've got this stuff in storage here, so I think that's probably going to be my next item of business. We are going to start on crates. So I want crates, as many as I can make. I want to move all this stuff out of storage. So I've got all these things that are not perishable. I want to put those in crates because I'll keep, and I want to put all the food in storage here. So the meat will keep in here. The potatoes, the bread, all that stuff's going to keep when winter hits. I need crates. So let's grab the hammer. And we're going to get building. We're going to build as many of these bad boys as I can. Okay, we need crates, chests, planks, and junk. So we need 2 junk and planks. So let's get some planks out of here. I've got them in storage. Don't worry, I've been prepping for the winter like a maniac. I only need 4 of these for now. Let's just grab what we can. Whatever I can carry. Okay, I'm thinking I've got crates here, but I'm thinking we need more. 1 more here, maybe. That's kind of in the way. Probably another crate. If I could get rid of this fence here. I can't get rid of it, though. Maybe we'll put them... I'd kill to get rid of this stupid fence. Where else can I put down... I don't have room. I keep the hay there. I keep the feed there. I could probably put... Oh, no, there's... Yeah. I could probably move that. Yeah, the barn's getting a bit full now. Let's move this over to here. There we go. And then we can put more crates there. That works for me. Okay, I've got that. Okay. Beautiful. Storage. That's what we're after. I reckon I could do 1 more. No, maybe not. That's okay. So for now, let's put stuff in storage that we know we don't need. That will keep. So anything that is non-perishable. So these are tools. And I'm going to want to get another set of sugar. Have I got sugar? I'm out of sugar. I made a ton of it. I thought I did. Bro. I got the durries. I don't have the sugar. That's salt. I've got salt, I've got tobacco, I've got... Oh, bugger. Oh, I've got beets. Okay. We can make more sugar. I forgot about that. Let's go. Make that. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Oh, we just need water. Okay. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to need one more trip. Now, firewood in the winter. Oh, no, we've got the ghosts. We've got the ghosts. We gotta... You gotta follow my ghostly friend. Okay, Mr. Ghost, where you at? He was here. Ah, there he is. I might actually forgo that because I just realised. Look at this. Look at all these taters. If I don't harvest these now, we're gonna lose them. I'm gonna lose some anyway. I can't get all these now. But I can get as many of these into storage as I can. These are all going to frost in the ground. They're going to die if I don't get them. And I would have done it earlier in the day, but they weren't ready. They've only just become ripe hours before the winter chill sets in. So... yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Ghost. I'd love to follow you, but... I have potatoes to get into storage, so... we don't even have enough room in storage to carry all these, so... I'm not too concerned, but... also, the other reason why we want to do this is I'm going to need food during winter, so... we can indeed fry these potatoes up in the winter months. I mean, I'm not going to die of hunger. I've got 15, 20 grand in my inventory, so if I ever was to run out of food completely, I just go down to Zaleski and buy whatever I need. I'm stacked. I got money. I just sold $5,000 worth of whiskey, so well, homemade moonshine. Yeah, this is... I know this is a game that it doesn't appeal to everyone. I love this game. I spent so much time in it, and I was looking for an excuse. Like the last time I played this game was when the last DLC dropped, which was about 6 months ago. And I've been telling myself I want to go back and keep playing it, but I just never got around to it. So this is giving me an excuse to jump in and give it another crack. So thanks, Playway. Okay, yeah, we're not going to get it all done. Oh, it's 7 o'clock at night. We may actually manage to get this done in time. I mean, the ghost will give me some useful stuff, but we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of potatoes here. We're talking thousands of dollars worth of alcohol I can make. I'm not going to be able to get all this into storage, but if I can sell some of it, or at least store as much as I can in the underground cellar, we can spend the entire winter break just turning all this into moonshine, so or whiskey, and that's going to make a ton of money. Like, you can sell crops, don't get me wrong, but the best way to make money in this game is your moonshine, or funny cigarettes. We can grow some questionable crops if we have to. I got 5 hours until midnight, so we're just gonna be grabbing as much of this stuff as I can. It's all gonna go in storage. We're gonna keep it. Best believe I've got, how much have I got? 600 potatoes and counting. I only had like 100 in there. We're getting paid. I forgot I planted these. I actually, you didn't even see the last time after I played the game. I bought a. I'll show you later. I've got a bunch of really cool farming machinery over there. So I didn't plant this by hand. I used a machine. That's why I've got so many potatoes. I actually, you start off by farming by hand, but I actually did this with a machine. I put it all up with a machine. And also, if anyone's curious from Playway about the DLC, I did start a new save from scratch just to make sure it wasn't my save that was causing me to be unable to open the tavern. I tested that as well. So I'm hoping Playway will, because nobody's played this yet. I mean, I'm lucky. They're obviously given me an early copy of the game, for which I'm very grateful, but I can't figure out how to actually get the DLC to kick off. Okay, we're gonna get this into storage. I'm gonna make so much alcohol. You remember, we got a stack of alcohol, which was 5 grand. I could probably make another 5 grand of alcohol, probably 10 off this. Money's not a problem anymore for me. Let's go. We got that still cooking. That's what I like to see. Now, anything that goes where I'm putting it is an underground cellar. Anything that goes in the underground cellar will last through winter. So any foodstuffs that are in the cellar are going to last. Anything that is on the surface level, when the cold snap hits, it gets destroyed. So we're going to have to worry about animal feed, but the good thing about animal feed is, guess what animals eat? They eat taters. So we can get a bunch of these taters, even if they get destroyed, and even if I don't use these for anything else, I'll use them to keep the animals alive. So we're going to have all the pigs, all the chickens. Chickens need seds, but I've got wheat seds. We can give them wheat. We can give them rye. I've got a very, very big supply of food here. Like, having a look at this, I'm actually kind of hitting close to my limit, but they will eat this. See these, where are they? Oat grains. I can plant those, but they also work as, oh, look, we got sugar. Sweet, let's get more in here. Okay, maybe not. I don't have time right now. I'll cook more during winter. I just want to get that underground cellar stacked with this. I mean, look at this. Look. Fields full of crops. I forgot about this. It's been 6 months since I last played the game. And what I stopped planting by hand, and I started using, I made so much money selling alcohol. I went to the local farmer and I just bought every piece of mechanized machinery you've got. I spent like 50 grand. I got like 50 grand worth of equipment on here. This is probably the most high-tech farm in Zaleski. You wouldn't think it. I'm sitting here gathering by hand, but planting, 100% automated. 100% automated. And the best part about potatoes is if you want to plant more potatoes, well, you just take your potatoes, put them back in the ground, and boom. So come summer, once we get past this cold snap, I'm gonna have more potatoes in the ground because these make great whiskey. So we can, yeah, look at this. It's only 8:30. I reckon we'll get everything in here by midnight. Either everything in here or I'll run out of space. One of the two. I've still got an underground cellar. I haven't even looked at that yet. And I've built that extra crate. So anything that's non-perishable will pull out of storage and I'll replace it with potatoes. We got potatoes, we got beets, we got everything. Now there is an auto picker, which unfortunately I ran out of money. Like I said, I spent 50 grand. I figured even if I have to pick the crops by hand, I want to plant them automatically, and that worked out really well. This is a massive, massive plant. This is an entire field. You got to remember, I'm just one dude. I'm just one crazy farmer. I did all this by hand. And the DLC actually added all this stuff like tractors and graders and all that cool stuff. That's why I really like the DLC for Farmer's Life because it actually feels impactful. You get a bunch of stuff that makes the game a lot more fun. You can upgrade your farming operation because I kind of felt after about 5 years, like I've done 2 runs. This is my second run. After the 5 year mark, I found that I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything I could use to increase the yield of my crops. Like I was like, I can't. It doesn't matter how many fields you build. You've only got so many hours in the day, so many months in the year. So getting all this advanced machinery just made the game a lot easier. And also it adds the ability to scale up your farming operation because you can't hire people. And that's probably the only thing I would change about the game. I'd like to actually hire someone to do this exact task. I want to be on the heavy machinery planting. I don't want to be sitting here gathering all this by hand. So I'd rather get a peon to do this for me. There you go. Good stuff. I reckon we'll get 50% of this, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but considering how big this damn plot of land is, if I sold all those potatoes, like not even as crops, just sold them as is, I'd still make about 10 grand. So let's check this cellar. Damn, that's full too. Fuck. That's more potatoes in there. Damn. I've got no more room. I I wonder if I can get this to the... I wonder if I can get this. If I could... I reckon I could. I don't know if the agriculture market's open. If the agriculture market was open, I could probably sell this stuff. But yeah, this is, like I said, you got the big three. You've got Builder Simulator or House Builder. You got Gunsmith Simulator, and this is number 3. I'll probably put more time into this than almost any other game I got on Steam. Well, like I said, 2 runs. I'm 3 years into the game. I'm not even married. You can get married and have kids. You can have a family. You can. There is a new Farmer's Life coming out where it's in the future. I really want to check that one out. Hint, hint. Playway. Hopefully, I put a request in. We'll see. I'll live in hope. Maybe I'll get to check that out. If I see it on sale, we'll see. Okay, let's discard that. Drop. And let's chuck that down there. It's such a waste seeing all this stuff get shredded, but there's not a lot I can do. Like I've only got so many hours in the day, and even if this all goes to waste, it didn't cost me anything because all I did was plow the land. It just cost me time. I'm gonna need some fertilizer, which at the moment is, oh yeah, I've got a lot of compost there. I could probably fill those up a bit. It's getting, because like I feel like I'm not going to get to the agriculture market in time. I don't have where's my horse at? Oh, that's right, my horse died. I forgot about that. Bugger. Why are you hung? Oh, let's open. Oh, Mr. Horse is still alive. That's okay. Okay. I'm curious, Mr. Horse. Let's go down to the agriculture market. And see. I'm curious. I'm just going to fill these up with straw before we go. I'm a bit worried we're going to run out of time. There we go. That'll keep him going through part of winter. Mr. Horse, where you at? Come over here. I think we're going to run out of time. We are indeed going to run out of time. Come here, horsey. Oh, okay. Let's come here. There we go. Okay, let's head down to the agricultural farm. I know I'm probably not going to make it, but it's worth trying. Get some money. This is where I made money in the early game. I was selling all these potatoes and other stuff until I figured out you get more money from just making it into alcohol. I just created a still farm and then just made a ton of alcohol. As you can see, a stack of moonshine gets you 5 grand. So That's how I made my fortune. After like the first 3 stacks, I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to bother. I stopped selling crops. The problem is I've got such an overflow now. I'm making so much money, so much crops that I can't sell it all. I've got too much, and it's all getting destroyed in the winter. I'm seeing all that money go up in smoke, and I'm just crying inside. Oh, okay, they're finished for the day. Okay, well that answers my question. I didn't know if I could sell at night. All right, let's head back home. All this stuff is going to go up in flames, but hey, kept the potatoes in the cart. Let's see. I'm curious. Stop. Did I keep the potatoes? Are these destroyed? Because they should be. They should be gone. But oh, I may have figured out a hack. I could have actually bagged up all those potatoes and I would have kept them. Because you see, let's go over here. They're gone. See? The winter destroyed them. So what I could have done, hindsight is 2020. I could have actually bagged all those potatoes up, put them in here and actually kept them and then just sold them later on. In any case, they'll do for moonshine. I'm going to do a bit of a hunt and then we're going to move on to the last game of the evening because I feel like I'm going to have to do a follow-up on this game just because I haven't figured out the problem with getting the DLC for the tavern to work. I'm hoping it's something simple. I spent about 2 or 3 hours troubleshooting, trying every angle I could. Started a new game, did a bunch of quests, spoke to everybody in the town, walked around the tavern. I used explosives on it. I tried hacking the door down. I tried going back and doing some of the other quests for some of the NPCs. I tried doing all the alcohol related quests, seeing as it's a tavern. I lost track of all the stuff I tried, but nothing I did seemed to do the trick. So unfortunately, whoops, unfortunately, it's a mystery that I'm hoping Playway will be able to shed some light on. Now we need some firewood. I'm definitely going to be doing that. So let's go and get some potato mash. We need to start the fire. Potato mash. We need sugar. Let's get sugar first. We need a ton of sugar. Okay. Now I need to get some food and water for myself. That's better. And I can eat some eggs. Speaking of which, during the winter, this is where you're gonna make your, whoops, sorry. Okay, we'll just grab a couple of eggs. Oh, she's pregnant. They're all pregnant. Maybe I won't grab the eggs. I want more chickens. So I want another cow too, but unfortunately they're very expensive. And that cow's hungry, so bro, you've got food. Like, why are you starving? I opened the gate for you. Okay, go and eat, please. And I'm thinking you need a bit of a clean. You're looking pretty sad. Let's get Let's get the old brush out. That's better. Okay, we probably should check on our other animals too. Hey, we got a few people watching. Nice. Okay, I can't remember the name I gave. I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this sheep. I'm gonna call it after Bobbles. You can be Bobbles the sheep. There we go. You can't name it chickens though. Okay, I reckon it's time to go on a hunt. Get the old hole puncher out. They'll be ready in an hour and 11. Actually, we need firewood, something chronic. So let's go and get that. Hey, we kept the bales of straw. They didn't disappear. I'm not sure why. Usually they do. That's weird. In the winter, usually you lose all your grass, but I've actually kept all of it, which is crazy. Look, I guess we'll put it all in the we'll put it into be made into straw. Nice. Okay. Let's have a look in the barn. Oh, nice. Okay, that's a new change. That's something they've snuck into the game. Okay. Okay. We probably need to get some sleep, and then we're going to go gather some firewood. I'm stoked about that little hack for food. They've changed it. You definitely you weren't able to do that before. Right, I need to get some water, and we're gonna make some alcohol. Alcohol. We got a ton of potatoes that can be turned into whiskey. Man, I could go a whiskey now. I do have some whiskey lying around, but it's a bit cold for that. Usually when I'm fixing computers, because I know, when you're at the IT guy, everyone's like, oh, I've got a computer that's busted. And usually if it's one of my wife's friends, I'm like, oh, you don't have to pay me, it's fine. And somewhere along the line, they're like, oh, you like whiskey, right? I'm like, oh, I won't say no to it. Um, and people just kept giving me whiskey, and now I've got like tons of it lying around. I'm like, I'm going to kill myself if I try and drink that much in one go. Let's get some more sugar beets. Need more. We need a ton. Oh, we're out of water. Okay, that's easy done. Okay, beautiful. So they're going to change from beets into this sugar, and then I will combine the sugar with the potatoes to make the potato mash. And we've already got a ton of... Oh, we can get eggs. All right, I need wood, and at the moment, oh wow, oh the stuff in the chest keeps, and these chests too. That's new. That is definitely new. In the original game, before the latest DLC, you could not keep food in chests. It would get destroyed. Now, it seems that anything in storage will last the winter. So I'm actually stoked with that. That's fantastic. That's a game changer now. Look at this. I got wheat. I got seds. Hell yeah. Let's go. All right, let's get this stuff into storage. I haven't got any room. We just built a new chest. Let's go fill that up, and then I'm gonna get the hole puncher out. We're gonna go and shoot some stuff because I can. Because it's fun. I'm gonna need. We don't need the sickle. Meds don't need a shovel. Whoop, or hay fork. I'm gonna go shoot some stuff. Miracle. Okay, you stop following me, son. Bobble the sheep. Just like actual Bobble follows me around. Trying to get me in trouble. Some things never change. Okay, let's jump on the bike. We're gonna head into the woods. We're gonna cross my fingers this doesn't send me flying into the stratosphere. You know what? I'm not a big fan of the bike right now. I'm a bit worried it's going to crush my skull if I try and ride this thing. It's some changes in... You can't make this up. You can't make this up. How am I not dead? How am I even supposed to ride this thing? It just keeps... Okay, let's try this again. Shall we? Okay. Bro. Okay. Now what I want to do, if this thing will let me, is I want to gather firewood, because winter is the best for firewood. And I can't farm in the winter, so... I hope they fix this. This has been a good night for me to showcase bugs. This is something that is only just started in the game. This is something the latest DLC's introduced, for sure. Look, you can't make this stuff up. Look at this. I can't use this now. Okay. Can I at least deconnect the bike from the... No? Okay, please stop. You're killing me. I've survived winter. I've survived the hell of war. Only to be murdered by my own bike. You can't make this up. Please stop. Please. It's a bike. If I can't ride a bike in a straight line, we're in some trouble. I mean, this would be funny if it wasn't so tragic. Maybe I should be charging them by the hour. They're getting Very thorough QA session from yours truly. That being said, it is not hard to reproduce this bug. Get on bike, ride bike 2 meters in any direction. Watch as your character gets catapulted into the air like a projectile. Question life choices. Yeah, unfortunately, this is something that there's been a lot of changes in the game, and some of them are really good and others less so. So what I'm going to do now is we want these, see these branches? We're going to grab as many of these as I can. We're going to fill up the... I would hunt these animals, but right now I'm more concerned with firewood because our fire supply at home is very low. We're down to 4 pieces of firewood. Also, it is far quicker to gather branches in the winter than it is to cut down trees for firewood. The branches respawn. As far as I can tell, trees do not. So once we run out of wood, I've got to either buy more wood or buy more land to get more trees to cut more wood. So I'm in year 3 and I wish I had my shovel. That's a hidden cache right there. I could have got that. There's my sugar beets. I might once I fill up on wood, if I got some time, we'll hit a deer. I'll blow a deer away and we'll take him back and gun him out. I want some food. But they've changed the game massively. The main threat you had in the winter was everything that you didn't have locked down in your basement would get destroyed. Now that doesn't seem to be a problem. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's made the game a little bit too easy now. Because if I don't have to worry about winter, I can just farm year round. And animals don't seem scared of me either. Look at this guy. That's weird. Like, they should, yeah, there we go. He shouldn't be just chilling there. And I could just walk up and whack him in the head with the axe. There we go. Now he's running. Yeah, the animals are a lot more jittery. Like, look at this. This guy just doesn't care. I just hit him in the head. That's new. Okay, can I... There's my bike. I just basically got free meat. I didn't even need to use a bullet. Usually you have to shoot the deer. Right now I'm just going to gather as much wood as I can carry. We'll take that deer back home. Saved myself a couple of bullets. We need a ton of wood for the fire. Get another batch on, then we're going to move on to the last game. Because, wow, this has actually been a very long stream. I knew it was going to be because I am predisposed towards Playways games. And they are very popular. Like a lot of people watch after I stream, so I imagine we'll have a few dozen people at least watch this in the next few days. I remember my YouTube videos on this were very popular too. And there is another Farmer's Life, I think it's called Cyber Farmer. So it takes place in the future, and it keeps that trademark humor from the other games. But I think what I like about this is it's not just goofing off. The game is actually pretty hard. If you wanna get good at this game, you're gonna have to be very, very methodical in how you play. It's so easy to die in this, especially when even getting on a push bike's gonna kill you. Dark Souls got nothing on Farmer's Life. Okay, we're getting there, but I'm gonna need a lot of wood. I'm gonna gather another maybe 50 bits of wood, and then we'll head back. This is kind of what winter is, though, because you can't farm. So the way the game cycle works, you in the summer and in the warmer months, you farm as much as you can. You get your crops in the ground. You gather as much as you can. You fill up your underground storehouse. You gather hay. You get your animals fed. And then when winter comes, you kind of hunker down and you're just constantly using winter to replenish your firewood. You need to just stay out of the cold. So generally, I do most of my hunting in the winter. Like, look at all these animals are running around. We can get some meat. I think they've broken the animal AI. Look at this. This guy doesn't even care. He's just chilling. Look, I'm just pushing him. This is all new, by the way. This is a new bug. I think they may have broken a few things in the new DLC. And if they want to, if you have a look at my previous YouTube videos, you'll see how different the game is. I am inclined to roll back this DLC and see if it fixes it. Because this is not normal. Look at this. None of the animals even care. I'm just walking right up to them. They usually spook and they run off. Now they just walk around. I don't even need a gun. I could just like whop him in the head with the axe. That's a bit disappointing, actually. I think we may have run into some problems here with this DLC. It's not just that I can't start the DLC, it's that it's broken a lot of the core functions in the game. That's what concerns me. Okay, we're getting there. We'll gather a couple more bits and then I'll head back. I think 50 bits of wood is going to keep us going for a very long time. I mean, I was going to blow away some animals, but I don't even need to. It doesn't even feel sporting. They don't even care. I'm just whacking them in the head with an axe. Norman Bates style. I mean, there's bears in the wood. I'm curious. Would a bear attack me? They'll kill you in a couple of hits, the bears. You don't want to mess with them. I think the bear's over here. Now I think I have to, for science, find a bear. Probably want to haul out the hole puncher because I'm going to need it in a minute. If the bear does decide to boogaloo. Honestly, when I'm in bear country, I'll try and get set up and blast them before they see me. But during the winter, they're pretty crafty. They'll hide out of the way. Teddy bear, come out to play. All right, I think that's enough. Well, let's head on back. Yeah, got a fair distance to go back. We'll gather any firewood I see on the way, but I'm pretty happy with that haul. We got an animal we hunted. We got a bunch of meat, a bunch of wood. I mean, I could kill some more animals, but it just doesn't seem sporting. They're just lining up to be slaughtered. Normally, I would have to. One of the things I liked about the game was the hunting system. I'm not happy they kind of balked it. Um, the animals were actually very hard to take out. You had to stalk them, and you had to line up the perfect shot, get them in the head. You had to worry about bears. You had to worry about boars. Boars would sometimes charge you and try and take a chunk out of you. These guys don't even care. I'm just chilling. Then, yeah. They could not care less than I'm walking around with an axe chopping their heads off. Okay, the bike's just up ahead. I'm pretty happy with that. 81. Oh yeah, I'm getting stacked up with stuff. Let's just get back to the bike. I won't grab too much more. That's a good haul. Now, unfortunately, one thing you do have to worry about in the game is depression. I mean, for an indie game, this has a lot of mechanics. And I was really surprised the first time I played the game. Oh, ask and ye shall receive, Mr. Bear. Really? I'm shooting him in the head. Does he not die? Oh, 5 shots. Bro. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. When you shoot a bear, they come a charging at you. The fact that this bear could not be bothered has convinced me there's something wrong here. If you have a look, I went hunting in the YouTube video I made on this game, and the last DLC. So something about this DLC has messed with animal behavior. Because now they're just all passive. Like hunting's not a challenge anymore. Unless there's a setting to turn it off, and I really hope that's not the case, because the hunting in this game is one of the things I really liked. It incentivized you to get into a good spot, to line up your shots. Animals would get spooked if you got too close. You had to really be very methodical in order to have any chance of success, and you also had a bit of luck involved there too. So I don't know. I'm not exactly thrilled about the changes. Now, granted, I haven't played this game in around 6 months, so it may not have been this DLC that has triggered the problem, but it's probably safe bet to say it may have contributed to it. Okay, I have no idea. This shouldn't work in theory, but wow. Guess we ain't going hungry, son. I've got a bear corpse on this, and we're just dead ahead. Oh man. Now this is one of an example of a bug that I like. I've literally got a bear carcass and a deer carcass balanced on the back of a push bike. Now, why is it that when I've got this ridiculous scenario that my bike isn't having a heart attack? Yet when I'm just trying to ride it without anything in the cart, the thing shoots off like it's made of like it's got some sort of rocket propellant in the bottom. This is crazy. Now I'm not getting any bugs. It's fine. Okay, I guess let's get this firewood into the oven because we're gonna need more. We've run out, so let's grab the sugar beets and we chuck half in there. There we go. And the other half we will chuck into here because we're going to need a ton of wood. Oh, that's got tons. 58, 82. Oh, wow. Okay. Don't worry about it. These are good. I might just chuck this spare wood. I didn't realize how much I had, so that's all good. We're gonna go through a ton of it anyway. Let's grab this bear. Bears on the menu, boys. We're not going hungry this winter. $26 pieces of meat. Ooh. Tastes like chicken. Well, now I know the meat's not going to go off. I can put it in here safely. And the bear fur and that other stuff can go into storage. I mean, we've still got a deer. Oh, I've got so much food. No, somewhat less, 10 pieces of meat. You got to remember though, we're not talking about 10 tiny bits of meat. We're talking about 10 slabs of meat that I can then cut down into ham slices. I can make them into soups. Speaking of which, we go in here. I can cook, for example, I can fry the meat with butter. I can't make butter yet, but for the moment, what we can do is go potato mash. Oh, I need water. Okay. Let's finish off with getting this done, and then we're going to move on to the last game of the evening. But yeah, my overall feedback on this would be to Playway to have a bit of a look and do some QA, because from what I've witnessed here, it appears, at least to me, that there is some sort of regression that's happened. The animal behavior has gone backwards. The animals are more passive. They're not really attacking you anymore. The hunting system has changed, and not for the better. And the DLC, it seems, at least to me, that it's very difficult to access. So, you know, I'm a big fan of these games, but as you can see, I have to call out problems where I find them. Otherwise, you know, they're not going to get fixed. So I'm hoping that is some useful feedback for Playway. I'm always open to feedback if they want to know more. If they want me to do some more testing, I'm happy to do that as well. We got a huge amount of resources here. Thousands and thousands of potatoes. Let's get this into storage. Actually, that bear. That bear head's going to have to go up here. There we go. Now that is a nice finish for the game. You weren't much of a challenge, but I'm sure a couple of releases ago you probably would have taken a chunk out of me. So as you can see, I have added some upgrades to the house, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what feedback we get from Playway. It feels since the last time I played this game, there's been a lot of changes and not all of them for the better. And I'm hoping that they can get that magic of the original Farmer's Life. I think the only thing I'm going to do is maybe see if I can remove the DLC or disable it and see if these problems go away. But we got issues with the bikes, we got animal issues. Most of the hunting system in the game's kind of regressed a bit. The DLC is very hard to access. So while I am a massive fan of Farmer's Life, I'm a bit worried about this DLC. And I know it's only been out a week, so I'm hoping this feedback will help the developers, and they can make some changes for the better, because that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's all about getting these games to a state where where that magic of the